Heard you speaking in tongues, parables, and fables, distorted sense of reality I won't enable. Heard you speaking in tongues, parables, and fables, distorted sense of reality I won't enable.
You are what you eat. Respect your body from your crown to your feet. As Baba will, yo, let me speak so I can teach my people and let them see. The telling lies to your vision, it's all see-through. I'm a truth seeker, never paired with non-believers, not ignorant to the fact that the world was filled with deceivers. C and B, am I really my brother's keeper? Cause some brothers try to cuff your wife and keep her. If that would ever happen to me, a knife will meet you. Whatever happened to so-and-so? We met the Reaper. No grave sites to visit, cremated, he's in the ether. Stoicism, I see you like the eyes of the Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, dead man made you. But the universe is my venue, the masterpiece of life. And the earth is on the menu. Human beings are a product of nature, that's universal.
Heard you speaking in tongues, parables, and fables, distorted sense of reality I won't enable. Heard you speaking in tongues, parables, and fables, distorted sense of reality I won't enable.
Metamorphosis, I'm singing with the choruses, and more intelligent than a swimming pair of tortoises. We're flying high and on the ground is where the Taurus is. Pulse chain was launched in May, the month of Taurus is. Sometimes I got a lot of pain and my heart's filled with rage, cause I grew up like a bird in a gilded cage. Imagine.
Salute, 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 salute. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Yo, I'm not gonna keep you too long. Salute to everybody that's out here in this tapestry we call life, living it, doing what we do. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you're feeling well, and if not, may you find swift amelioration towards your wellness, your progress. Okay, shout out to Big GZ in the building. Big GZ in the building. What's up? What's up? So, a lot of things happen, like just been happening with this crypto thing, right? People are criticizing Richard for his position in dealing with or not dealing with the SEC. All kinds of stuff going on. It's weird to me. I mentioned this before. If you have a long-term outlook, a lot of the things that are taking place, in the immediate short run may or may not even matter if your scope is long-term, like many years to come. Crypto Gangs Club, Top Hat. What's going on? What's going on? But if there's something that's happening, and it's out of our hands at some point, in a sense where there's so many external factors that are at play that are beyond our control. And I'm saying in a sense where how we respond is what makes all the difference. Because ever since Pulse Chain launched 6 months ago, I've seen a huge shift take place where people are not, it's all about instant gratification. It is all about instant gratification right now. That's it. Social media doesn't help that factor. We know that even regardless of crypto. You don't have to be in crypto to understand how social media is working in tandem with the spirit of instant gratification. You want information? Go turn on your phone and scroll through your timeline. You get information at your fingertips. You know, it's a different ball game over here with cryptocurrency. It's just a different ball game. It's a different ball game, not only with crypto but in DeFi, because you have people who don't understand the difference. In a sense, they think everything is crypto. When you really study and you understand and you kind of do the proper research, you understand that the majority of what people are talking about here is not crypto. When they don't believe you can have enough faith in yourself, right, to hold your own coins, to manage your own portfolio. Crypto is supposed to have been peer-to-peer, P2P. It's you, somebody else, and the blockchain capturing everything, all the transactions. There was a word that, the whole product market fit. After a while, I started hearing that so many times, it started sounding like nails on a chalkboard, because I'm like, but I know it wasn't for me. It's not for me. It's not something that even to insult. It's just when you hear something over and over and over again, you get it. But it's not, after a while, it's not for you, it's for the world to understand like product market fit and what it is. All in this, in the spirit and opportunity to be educated, all at the same time, and earn. Not only earn, but earn an opportunity to be part of a system to help you earn yield. Everybody who got to this point for a reason. Like when I mean got to this point, I mean you stumbled upon a RH token out of all the thousand of different things you could have done in your life today, or up to that point where you found, right, the tokens, because now it's multiple. But basically, in the beginning, finding Hex, out of all the other things you could have been doing, look at what it took for you to just land here. Versus how many people have not gotten that chance to see that yet? How many people have not gotten a chance to be exposed to this yet? Right? And not just one simple token, everything surrounding the token. Again, the whole thing regarding the information, the education, what is this, what you should do with it, what you shouldn't do with it, the risks involved, collecting enough information so that you can create your own calculated risk decision. Create your own decision based on all the information you have. So that way, however the chips fall, you're good with it. We'll always, because this always goes back to us. This always goes back to us. You can't put the onus mostly on everybody else. Again, this is supposed to be person to person. How are we using products to enhance the quality of our life? What is it about this product that keeps me coming back? What is it about these coins, this thing here, that's going to have me interested to use it, to stick around, to continue to participate. When they talk about product market fit, that's how I interpret it. Now, that's me. That's how I interpret it. Anybody else can see it any other way. They could see it in their own way. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, right? Being crypto and amassing all, so much experience, over the years, you gotta see what the product market fit is in everything, and understand the purpose, and understand most may not have a long-term duration. Simple, and let's just keep this simple, right? Let's just keep this simple. Let's just keep this simple. Look at any coin ranking site and look at the charts of these coins for the last, say, a good 5 years. The majority of coins are going to be what? They're going to be down and to the right. Down and to the right. Especially now. Because even though Bitcoin opened up this year hovering around 15, 16,000, and right now the price doubled, it did a nice little 2x over the year, right? During this year. So people might say this could have been really a bull market, right? Ethereum also had its increase compared to the beginning of the year as well. But with the sentiment of everything being so bearish, most of the coins are down into the right. And I'm not talking about just DeFi. I'm talking about just overall, the thousands. There are thousands of things out here. But instead of really representing what product market fit is, they're introducing you to their product market grift. It's opportunity for people to create money grabs. Like, people have to open their eyes and understand what's going on here when you're dealing with money, when you're dealing with a space that's ripe for corruption to take place. This is what's been going on long before all of us were here, and will continue to go on because it's still wild, wild west out here. It's not as regulated as certain entities may want you to believe. Certain alphabet agencies may want you to believe. It's not as regulated as that. Not at all. Not yet, anyway. They're trying. But you got tons and tons of opportunity to lose rather than to win. This is what's afforded here. Because there is great volatility. That's how without maximum pain, you can't experience these maximum gains. You cannot experience a 15-year 90 million X in Bitcoin from 0.0007 to 69 million, whatever, 69 million, 69,000 or 65,000. You can't experience those multi-millions of exponential gains without having to have experienced multiple dips, painful dips. Ethereum 2, Hex 2. Look, we're dealing with it right now. Even though Pulse Chain is brand new, has to prove itself. Pulse X has to prove itself. More people can't stand Pulse X than they do. But that's the pain. These are the aspects of pain, the painful moments on our way to experiencing maximum gains. No pain, no gain for real. This is not sweet. It's not sweet. It's not supposed to be easy. Because you may have anomalies here and there that show you moments of people experiencing untold amounts of wealth in a very short period of time, instantly. But that's not the reality for everybody. It's not. It's not. You know, you got some people that really do this on the low. Like, they really do this. They get together. They have whatever resources they have to deliberately create opportunities, create manufactured pumps, manufactured hypes, manufactured shilling campaigns, promoting campaigns. This is what they do on purpose. Why do you think things come out of nowhere and then all of a sudden you're like, yo, where did this come from? There was so much hype behind this because this was an effort, a concerted effort, calculated. It was done on purpose and it worked. And all they do is reinvent themselves, and other people duplicate and mimic those activities too. That's why you have certain moments where you see something come out and it pumps out of nowhere. You're like, yo, where did this come from? Oh yeah, it's what it was. It's what it is. And then the majority of people that buy into the hype end up holding a bag of losses. When they talk about zero-sum games, it's the people that follow the hypes, that go right into the hype, go straight to the slaughter, that end up losing the most. And it never fails. Never fails. Let me ask y'all something. Do you think, like, a lot of times, because there's levels to everything. There's levels to everything. Learning curve, things vary in degrees, or there's just levels. Here we are. We're talking about this crypto stuff. It's crazy. I mean, you got to be a lunatic to be in crypto. You can't really have a normal conversation. You can't even have a crypto conversation with a normie, a person who has no crypto coins, no crypto savvy, knowledge, whatever, and think they're going to take you serious. They're going to think you're crazy. Try having a conversation. Either you're going to be the smartest person they know, or you're going to be a raving lunatic. But think about this. A lot of times, you know, you find people, they appear to be well knowledgeable, right? Intelligent, smart. Some people believe that perception is reality. I'm not one of those people, but that's me. I don't believe perception is really reality. I could perceive someone to be intelligent because they could speak about cat food very well, right? But come to find out, they're batshit crazy because they're only knowledgeable about cat food. As far as everything else in life, it's a wash. So where did the intelligence go? They're not all knowing. There's no one out here who's absolutely all knowing in all things. And if you think you are, it's called, why don't you just go get help from a psychiatrist? right? You might need a treatment plan. You might need some medication regimen to add to that to help navigate and manage certain issues, perhaps that may be present. Because you have a lot of people, like, you got to have a balance. To me, I think a balance is very important in what we do and how we live and everything. You coming into DeFi, you look at the pros and cons. What are the risks that are laden throughout all of this? Identify the risks. Don't dismiss the risks. What is this funny magenta orange 6-sided figure coin called Hex? In some circles, that's considered a curse. They use that word as a curse. What is this coin supposed to do? How does this fit in my life? What are the risks involved? Everything can't just be about you holding on to 10,000x. You got to see both sides. Because I'm telling you, like 2 years ago, between 2 years and now, there's no 10,000x narrative being celebrated because the market has just generally been down, except for the fact that Bitcoin experienced 2 plus X, 2 point whatever, 1X this year alone. And maybe Ethereum too. I don't remember what Ethereum was, but I know it wasn't hovering where it's at now. Maybe it was under 1,000 Ethereum. Maybe. I don't know. Do your research if you care. But my thing is, without that balance, you end up being distracted so easily because you're looking at opportunity left and right. You got a little bit of money. You're not a millionaire. You're not even a thousandaire. You're barely a hundredaire. Hundredaire. Most of us want to be a hundredaire. They say most people, especially in the US, don't even have $1,000 in their savings account. Liquid, cash. So let's say you got a stack. You're working with a stack, 1,000. You find yourself in this space. Forget about the space. You find yourself in this chain now, community, post chain now, that is mired with thousands of different distractions. What fit would those coins have in your life? Like, you got to understand, when a person is talking to you and they sound like they have the secret sauce, they have the information, you have to present something as balanced, level-headed, and manageable, not let your emotions run wild, and also verify what's being said. Like with me, right, what I'm talking, I know nothing. I know nothing. I'm old. You know what I'm saying? I got to brush my teeth. What we doing? Every day I got to brush my teeth because my breath stink in the morning when I get up. And y'all listening to me? You got to verify what I'm saying. You don't take what I'm saying as true, because for some people too, their research goes as far as a Twitter Spaces. Their research goes as far as a YouTube stream. That's as far as their research goes. As a Telegram post, a post on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. People are too lazy, but they want everything. But too lazy to work for it. Too lazy to earn it. Now is the time where you can't be that. If you want to become sort of financially empowered, you got to put the work in to show your worthiness so the universe can repay you in kind. Well, if you listen to folks that seem to appear knowledgeable on something, right? And you really think about it, like a lot of people sometimes, I'm gonna tell you two different things. But first, let me finish this thought that I've been belaboring for the last 15 minutes. Somebody talking to you and you thinking they're smart and they talking to you about something, that they launched a new coin, right? That they launched a new coin. Think about this, folks. Think about this. You're launching a new coin, or you're launching a coin, whatever they are. Most of them have zero experience launching coins. What is going to keep you interested in, number one, acquiring the coin? That's one. Two, what is going to keep you interested in to continuously acquiring the coin? How does this fit in your life where it's going to keep you attuned to whatever it has going on over the long haul? That it keeps you coming back for more and more and more and more, thereby building a community, building an ecosystem, and everyone benefiting from this. What is it about this coin or this whatever that's going to keep you coming back? Yeah, folks don't think about things like that. They don't want to talk to you about things like that. They'll tell you in the beginning. They'll tell you the presentation will be solid. It'll be fire. It'll be a fire presentation. Make you feel like, yo, you need what they're selling you. You need it. You woke up today and you found this video and you discovered that you needed something that you were unaware that you needed. But because the presentation is so fire, it convinced you that you're going to need this coin right now. Because if you don't act now, you will lose out. These are techniques. These are tactics. These are strategies that I remember growing up as a young tyke watching drive-in movies. The martial arts, Saturday, 3 p.m. Who remembers those joints? Five Deadly Venoms, Kid with the Golden Arms. They used to have ads going on throughout that whole time period. Don't lose out. There used to be a show, electronic store called Crazy Eddie. Crazy Eddie, man, would come up with sales, all kinds of, it's just stuff that, I'm at a certain age. Crazy Eddie would come up with discounts and sales and all this stuff, man. We used to have another store called Woolworth. You walk by the store, it's just like this discount store. It almost was like a bootleg Toys R Us, but Woolworth was the shiznit. Don't miss out now. Blowout sale. Final sale. 1 day only. Blah, blah, blah. And it's translating into this whole thing now with crypto, with these coins that they drop left and right and telling you how they're going to help you make more money than what you've been making right now. And that you need to believe and buy into it. That's what the majority of stuff in crypto is about, yo. So you only got $1,000. You only got $1,000, right? But you distracted because you got 6,000 different choices to pick what you're going to do. What are you going to do? You got $1,000. You just came from a community that scammed you. And you instead of giving up, you said, man, you want to believe in something good in your spirit. So you're not giving up. You believe that the space is volatile, yes, but it's also very promising. But you happen to find somebody telling you about their new coin, their new project, their new token, they knew this, they knew that. And you're none of the wiser because you don't even have the principles of crypto in front of you to work with. So your foundation is already slippery, slippery slope. What are you working with? What are you working from? And everyone's telling you their products you need. Everyone's telling you they have the perfect product that you need. Everyone's telling you that their style, their marketing, their operations, the tokenomics. They're gonna talk to you about liquidity pools. They're gonna talk to you about how to dollar cost average. They're gonna tell you about how to stake long term, how to sell. They're gonna tell you about how to trade. They're gonna tell you about how to do everything to make you believe that they are affluent in life, influential on the internet, and knowledgeable in whatever they talk about crypto related. To persuade you, maybe even coerce you into spending money, your $1,000 that you couldn't even afford to do that because that's all you have. Because what people do a lot, they won't say it, but you could tell when they lose, they're the ones that are in pain. They definitely invest more than they could afford to lose. They do that. They put in what they cannot afford to put in. They still use that. That's what they do because you see the blowback, you see the emotional, outcries. When you're asking yourself, why is this person going at our rate so hard? Like, what do you do to you? You're taking this stuff very personal. It's because they overextended. They put more than they could afford to put. And a lot more people do that because you're not programmed, you're not trained, you're not disciplined. You don't really understand what you're doing enough. And you allowed something, it's like a miscalculation. That happened. This happens. This happens. Folks, you got to wake up, and understand. I'm not saying y'all are asleep, but you got to understand here. You got a person who was talking about a coin that's supposed to have been better than Bitcoin, introduced it, met 99% resistance. 99% resistance from the entire industry. And the coin is still doing what it's supposed to do, performed well, and it's still doing what it's supposed to do. And people continuously learn because there's layers. You don't just look at the token and say, okay, I understand it. No, you have to go through the layers and layers and layers and peel through and study and go through this freaking hex rabbit hole to get some type of a solid footing on what's going on and understand when they say product market fit, what that even means. This is something that you can add to your life that keeps you interested to keep coming back and keep adding more of it into your life. 95, damn near 99% of the crypto market struggles with this. Struggles with that, yo. What was Bitcoin supposed to be? Peer-to-peer electronic cash. It struggled to become that. So now it's what? Store of value. But it's old. It's boring as F. You just hold it. But guess what? It's the most successful, highest earning, appreciating asset. How many untold millions of X's gains you can't front on Bitcoin? Because it was the first to do all this. Right? That's why it keeps people coming back for more. Because you got people who are late to the game talking about it's the best thing since God created man. Even though they're late. We get it. But late is subjective because Most people don't care about Bitcoin. Most people don't care about crypto. Most people are unaware, don't even know of what's going on over here in this space. Ethereum came out, did what? Introduced the first smart contract to the world. Smart contract blockchain. First one. First one. You could not only hold the native token, but you could create coins on top of the blockchain to make money, to earn yield. Product market fit. It allowed you to acquire it, and it afforded you opportunities to do a whole bunch of things on the network to keep you coming back. Hex was built on top of that joint. Ethereum became excessively expensive. Created Pulse Chain. So that while Hex was successful on Ethereum, the costs are atrocious. The gas fees are disgusting, just like they are right now. But it was worse at the last bull. So what did he do? Create a fork of Ethereum, and Hex lives on Pulse Chain now as well. And Hex is still going to continue to operate the way it's designed to operate because it can't be altered, changed, or whatever. So all the principles that keep you from coming back to Hex are still present there. It has your attention. It's not going anywhere. And there's levels to it. That's why they talk about game theory. There's different aspects to it that, keeps you amazed, keeps you interested, keeps you wanting to be a part of the community. Different elements of product market fit. 95, damn near 99% of crypto struggles with this, struggles with even getting all this. So when I look at all these other coins that came out on Pulse, all these other coins that came out on Pulse, all these other coins that came out on Pulse, if you can't really explain how you're going to keep the people interested in buying whatever you selling, then you're going to struggle. You're going to just join the rest of the lot that's had to continuously struggle or rug or is down and to the right in perpetuity. If these coins that keep coming out, can't really create, sustain and keep our attention into buying what they're selling or buying what they've created for a long period of time, help me understand how these things are going. Help me understand what's going to allow them to reach, make maximum gains. How are you going to make money over there, y'all? You think 10,000 coins are going to have 10,000 solid product market fit aspects to them, or they're not going to be product market grifts? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Those of you who haven't been around or who have been around, there's certain communities that struggle. They had something good going on, but they struggle to keep the interest flowing, to keep people coming back. After its initial excitement, euphoric phase introduction, some call it just hype, it dies down and has never been able to recover again. And it takes nothing away from the mechanics of whatever they have going on, but people are not interested. You don't have product market fit because whatever thing you got going on is not fitting the needs of the people. So what you have a lot in so many cases over here, you got people who just try to copy what's been successful. And look, imitation is the best form of flattery, they say. Imitation is the best form of flattery. But when there's only one of a kind, respect that there's one of a kind, that it has a moat, right? That it's hard for you to even break through and break through the mold or create your own from what was already been created, can't be duplicated. You got to respect it and fit and find your own lane and be original. But you don't find a lot of people. A lot of times it's just the same thing, except it's repackaged different, and then they add some twists here and there to say, "Oh no, this is not that. I have something else going on, and what I have might even be better than what you think is the real deal." That's what you have. A lot of people say that Richard made a lot of money in the last bull market by offering liquidity in these pools, right? Liquidity pools, right? That's how he made his money, from the fees from the liquidity pools with Hex and the pairs that Hex was bonded to, Hex, Ethereum, etc., etc. Now we gotta be let's be for real. Let's be for real here. Let's be for real. This is why I say a lot of times, like when you got people, everyone, listen, you may be 100% knowledgeable, you're a brainiac, you know what you're doing, etc., etc. You understand, you created something, it's fire, great. Do you think no corners, normies, are not going to look like deers in a headlight when you talk to them about liquidity pools? You think that you're going to grab their attention and keep, not only grab their attention, but you think you're going to keep their attention and they'll be emphatically interested in what you have to say about liquidity pools? Normies, no corners, folks who are outside, who don't know, who are unaware. And not only talk about liquidity pools, but ranges in liquidity pools, when to add liquidity, when to take out liquidity, how to earn liquidity for passive yield for the rest of your life. You think they really going to pay attention? Like, this is why, folks, like, we have a long way to go, because there's levels to all this. When you talk about crypto and folks making all these types of money, they just want to know what do they need to buy to make the same amount of money, if not more. They're not thinking about some liquidity pools. Some maybe, but most, you think they really gonna think about some liquidity pools? Come on, man. There's people in this community that don't care for liquidity pools. You can see it in the comments they write. You can see it. There's people within the community alone that's in DeFi, deep in the rabbit hole, that don't give a F about liquidity pool. They just don't. They don't have the time, the interest in it, none of that. None of that. You lose interest. And this is what I talk about, like this is what I'm saying, like people gotta know Hex is not easy to even deal with. And the layers involved. It gets even more and more involved and more deeper and more profound and more intricate and more this and that. And you're like, man, you got to have a certain type of mindset to even understand this and grasp it. And sometimes you're still learning continuously. And you're going to talk about some liquidity pool and all this and extra stuff and all this stuff. Come on, man. They still got to start from ground one, ground zero, level zero, then move up to level one, then two, then three. Like, there's stages. You can't just hit them and here, boom, and take that. And imagine, that's with Hex. So what about the other 10,000 coins that are professing to also be the truth. What? It's not about, and folks like to, it's just we got a long way to go. We just have a long way to go. It's not about not wanting adoption and all this. And it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's not about, not wanting people to build. First of all, I'm not one to support any type of scams, any type of grifting, rug pulling, anything. I don't do that, never will, period. So I don't care about all that. That's never a positive. Have an opportunity to steal and rob from the people, I'll never support that. Not about that. If you're about that, get the F off my channel. Seriously, like, at minimum, you could get off my channel if you support scammers and people who hurt others and rug pullers and engage in criminal cowardice behavior. It's not what you find here. It's not what you find. I've never talked about it in support of that. The problem is crypto is ripe for it. My thing is, when you water down your opportunity to really earn multiple X's, you can't be mad because nobody forced you. You just didn't understand what you're dealing with. You didn't understand the landscape. You didn't understand the market. You didn't understand what's at stake here. You need to, if you want to earn multiple gains. It's not just about being lucky. Many got lucky. Many got lucky. Many will get lucky too in the future. Doesn't mean that they really understand what they own or understand what they held, knew the value. But imagine when you become so knowledgeable, where you're well equipped, you understand at minimum like what this is about, why you here, how this is working for you. What are you trying to get out of all this? Imagine how empowering it could be when you really respect yourself well enough to stand on your laws and principles and earn the gains that's coming your way. And it's not hard. It's not that hard. But you think 10,000 other coins are going to do the same for you? Good luck. Good luck. Especially when after these hype cycles, you can see it now. Like, who talks about Pepe anymore? Really? Like, really? See? All these memes that came out, all these memes, the meme fever. All this meme fever that came out just within these last few months, since the summertime. No one's talking about them like that anymore, man. They had no product market fit whatsoever. And it's not just central to memes. Yeah, other projects, other dexes, other stuff going on, these things apply to different aspects of this whole crypto space, man. Whatever they're trying to introduce and give to the communities, it all applies. It's like, yo, if you can't keep people interested in buying into whatever you got, then it's a fail. Think about it. How are people really disinterested in like look at how like this whole I'm not even gonna just take that for what it's worth, folks. Take this info for what it's worth. Just it's about thinking. It's about applying some type of analytical thinking here. We gotta think. You gotta think. What are you coming out today that's gonna benefit me tomorrow and for years to come? What is it? You got something 4 years, almost approaching 4 years strong to the date, that's been working. 4 years versus something new. I'm not going to say there's never going to be anything comparable or better, but the likelihood of having thousands of other things comparable or better performing, is next to nil in my book. I mean, come on. It's not hard. You could have a bunch of different coins, but at the end, when it's all said and done, you might have a bunch of different nothing that's yielding nothing for you. What's the point? Just to say you got a lot of something? It's valueless. It has no value. There's nothing. And why don't you just have like one thing or a few small core things concentrated that's helping you over the long haul? Because they have a purpose. They have a thing. They're there. You know, you have something that's just 4 years worth of credibility, verifiable. That should stand for something versus somebody who you don't even, or not even somebody. It's just like many other things. That's just like, yo, you struggling for placement. You struggling for validity. You struggling for relevance. And I'm going to throw my money there? Nah. It's not happening. It's not happening, man. It's not happening. But Danny Amore, what's up, what's up, what's up? Postformer. Ultra. What's going on? Tin Top. DJ Bomber. Salute, salute. Good question. Good question. Did anyone stake their hex today? That's a good question. Merlos. So big bosses in the building. 100%. 100%. Nothing go. We too nice up in here. People can't resist new shiny objects. Yeah, well, it seems like they can't, right? And the only prescription is more t-shirt. Yeah. They're gonna learn the hard way, man. And this is just growing pains. It's par for the course. It's just par for the course. It's par for the course. It's just, you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So, folks, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. All right. Take care. Peace.